So this is what happened. I get called up at 1 o'clock, right? I got home at like 5 in the morning on Monday.
Uh-huh.
But fell asleep around 5:30ish. I had to be out there at 5, and it's a 3-hour ride. So I got woken up late. I got woken up after 1 o'clock. So I'm like, fuck. I jump in the shower, get dressed, don't get to eat nothing. Don't get to roll nothing up, really. I actually did. I rolled up a blunt real quick.
Obviously,
And
you're not gonna leave
obviously,
that. You're not
and,
gonna leave the
and
house, man. Come on
and I
now.
and I grabbed
Come on. Come on now.
I grabbed some other fun things that might, be fun to do once I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a low budget thing. I'm thinking, maybe I get in my headspace, So I got a bunch of shit on me. And I jump in the car and I start jetting out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to my daughter on the phone, who big up to my daughter. She's been feeling a little under the weather. I hope you're feeling better today, baby. I'm talking on the phone to see how she's doing. And I look up in the mirror, my rearview mirror, and I'm being pulled over. I'm doing 87 in a 65-mile-an-hour zone, right? And I see it, and I'm like, shit, I'm getting pulled over. So I start to pull
87
over.
and a 65?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's speeding.
Yeah.
It's speeding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought they didn't fuck with you if you stood under 90, but whatever,
Yeah,
apparently,
like
80 to leave you alone.
84 even.
I try to stay at 80. I try to stay at 78, 80, because the truth is, if you're not going huge distances, it doesn't save you that much time, people. Mm-hmm. I've done the research. If you're only traveling for like an hour, 2 hours, the speeding, like excessive speeding, I mean, I always do at least 80, which is speeding because it's 65, but they don't bother you. You stay at 78, they don't bother you. You can go right past the cop. They won't even bother you at 78. I try to stay around there, 78, 80, unless someone's blowing it, then I get behind them and I follow them. But for the most part, 78, 80. I've learned, because I've done it at 100 the whole way, you're only going to save about 5 minutes, 4 minutes on a short distance of 2 hours. Now, if you're going from, Atlantic City to New Jersey, yeah, it'll eventually accumulate where you'll save an hour.
Really, Atlantic City to New Jersey is pretty far,
excuse me, Atlantic City to Florida is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. There you go. Hey, I'm burnt.
I think you'd save more than an hour, bro. If you were doing like a buck or 105.
It'll accumulate. You could take a couple of hours off of that because it's such a long distance.
Right.
But in distances of 2 hours,
you got to be on a lot
faster. Not unless you're hammering 100 miles an hour.
Right.
And you're still going to get there in 2 hours. If you got to go 200 miles, the most you're going to get there is in 2 hours if you're doing 100 miles an hour. If you're going over that, then chances are you're going to get pulled over.
Yeah,
but either way, you're not.
But bro, 200 miles, like if you're driving that at like 60 miles an hour, that's like almost 4 hours.
Yeah, no, I'll do it at 80 miles an hour.
Right.
85 miles an hour.
Probably what, 245?
Either way, you're not going to chop that much time off. You're really not. You're going to look and it's going to be like 9 minutes taken off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but then again, it's strange because I'll go stop and I'll eat and I'll do other things and then get there at the time that it said I was going to get there. So obviously I made up a bunch of time. Whatever. Regardless.
Yeah, but you get it up and
I'm pulling over.
It depends on what direction you're well, actually, I guess it doesn't, right? It doesn't depend on what direction you're driving because, the earth is like this.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But either way, I'm getting pulled over. I tell my daughter, shit, I'm getting pulled over. So I start to pull over. And as I get to the shoulder, I'm on the phone still with my daughter. I said, oh, shit, I got a blunt lit in my hand. Lit. I was smoking right before I got pulled over. And I'm like, oh, shit, I still got the blunt. I said, I got to call you back, Ma. And I hang up the phone, right? Now I'm putting the fucking blunt out. I throw it in the door thing, and I roll down all my windows, which, by the way, people, I'm going to give y'all a lesson right now. Pay attention, all right? This is how you get pulled over. This works, okay, people? Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm pulling over. I start lowering all my windows because I have tints. So I lower all the windows all the time. This way, when the cop gets out, he sees in the car. If a cop sees tinted windows and they're up, now he has something to be nervous about. Right off the bat. He doesn't know who's in that car. So he's nervous, as he should be.
Correct.
I don't know. The same way you see all these cops fucking up. I've seen a lot of cops getting shot in the face in traffic. It's one of the most dangerous times between a cop and a person is the traffic stops because you have no idea what you're fucking with. So I roll down all the windows, right? I turn off my car, which a lot of people don't do. You don't turn off your car. Now that cop is thinking at any moment this dude could pull off.
Right.
Another stress now. That's two stresses. Who's in the car is this dude going to pull off now while I'm walking up to the car? So I shut off the car, roll down the windows, and I put my hands on the steering wheel where you can see them. That's 3 stresses that every cop who pulls over a car, it's on their mind. Those are 3 things right off the bat they don't have to worry about. They see my hands, they see who's in the car, and they know I'm not pulling away. And I usually take the key and put it on the roof of the car. I roll down the windows, then I take the key, I put it on the roof of the car, hands on the thing. Now they know I'm not going anywhere. I'm there. Let's handle this. You know, but I was just smoking a blunt. So I roll down the windows and I get to the edge, and now I'm just kind of rolling with this cop behind me, just rolling. And I'm sitting there just like waiting for a gust of wind to come to fucking get this weed out of the car. And I'm sitting there with allegedly some other drugs on me that I can get in trouble for.
Right.
A lot.
I mean,
why? I don't know, because I didn't get a chance to take what I wanted, and I bought the whole thing with me. I get comfortable. So now I'm sitting there riding dirty. I'm getting pulled over. I finally say I can't keep rolling, because then eventually I just gonna be like, stop the car, asshole. So I stop. He comes out, walks up on the passenger side. I say, how you doing, officer? He said, how you doing? I said, how fast was I going? He said, you were doing 87. I said, man, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I was talking to my daughter. She's sick. I try to stay at 78. Kept it real. I said, I try to stay. He said, just give me license registration. We'll take a look. He goes back, comes back, hits me with my dice hanging from my mirror as obstruction, and says, have a good day. I said, I'll take it. No points. Once again, no points. $50 ticket.
Wow, really? Wrong. That's it?
$50. That they always do that. It's the 4th time. Once they let me go with a warning.
So it's almost good. So you almost want to have something in there for them to get you on. I think that's the tip. Maybe
the tip is also have something else they can hit you with. But no, I mean, the last time he hit me with a seatbelt ticket, and the seatbelt was on me while he's hitting me with the seatbelt ticket.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
But I took it. He called me doing 93.
Yeah.
He said, listen, I'm going to give you a seatbelt ticket, or if, he said, I can give you the speeding ticket. It's going to be about $400 and at least 6 points on your license. Give me the fucking seatbelt ticket, man. I don't need the points.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, it don't matter. I'm old enough now where I could probably live long, but still, I mean, that would have been not for nothing. They would all give me points. My license would be suspended already.
A couple times over.
And right? How many speeding tickets do you have to get before they suspend your license?
I'm not sure, but you probably would have gotten a couple on like driving on suspendeds also.
Yeah, I mean, but big up to them. Once again, I'm sure if he was a watcher of this podcast and he hears me now, he'd have been like, damn, I knew I should have searched them. Right. But big up to them, and big up to me for being calm, cool, collective, as I always am when shit goes down.
Yeah.
Being non-threatening.
Now, did you smoke a cigarette or anything like that or no? Because sometimes
I didn't get to, dog. I didn't get to. I mean, I literally was like this, pulling on to the edge. I'm like, oh, shit.
How did you not smell it? That's crazy. You didn't smell it.
But like I told you, something about me, I don't know what it is. My house don't smell like a cat. My house don't smell like I smoke in it. My fucking car don't smell like I smoke in it. And every now and then I'll smoke in it. On long trips, I'll smoke. I'll roll down the windows and smoke. But for some reason, smoking, unless you get me, well, he got me right when I was smoking.
I mean, it was a blunt, I guess, right? Maybe it just smelled like a...
Blunt smells like weed, dog. It smells like hard weed.
It smells like blunts, yeah.
But big up to them once again for not going crazy on a dude who you're just giving him a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not out there to hurt nobody. I'm not out there to harm nobody. If this was New York or if this was 10 years ago, I'd be locked up right now.
You think you would have got locked up in New York now for that?
Maybe. The cops in New York are dicks.
Yeah.
They're looking to just fuck with shit. They want to shoot you. They want to shoot you, dog.
But shout out to New Jersey, huh?
But yo, big up to them, man, for just, and guess what? He said, slow down. And guess what I did? I slowed down. I didn't do 87 again for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? I stood at like 85.